What do you do if you've hit a plateau in your fitness journey? More specifically with your workouts. And it's really not a matter of if, but when. For most people, I feel like we all at some point will hit a plateau in our workouts and within our goals. Like life happens, things happen. And by the way, welcome. Hi, hello. My name is Sophia, if you're new here, or Sophie. And this is really a podcast for anything under the wellness umbrella. Physical fitness, mental health. You might be hearing my cats in the background playing, just FYI. So mental health, physical health, nutrition, spiritual wellness, a whole lot of guests coming on talking about their specific expertise, mindset, self-care, optimism, like an optimistic perspective on those challenging situations and all the things. Like it's really about, for me, oh my goodness, cats, they're going bananas. Holy shit. Personal development, like growth. I feel like that, like life is a growth journey and we have the choice to be open, to learn, to find the joy, to always continuously grow, right? Not only in our day-to-day lives, like in our mindset, like when we read books, listen to podcasts, audiobooks, whatever it is, but also within our health and fitness journeys and what we can learn within our fitness and even nutrition. So I don't really know where I was going with all of that, but today, this episode was inspired by someone who kind of came to me with a question, and she actually was a previous client at the gym I worked at before, and I'm not sure how we got on the topic of this, but we were talking and she just had asked me or just said that she feels kind of stuck in her workouts. Like she feels like she's not going anywhere, not really feeling stronger, not getting the strength gains. She's just kind of at this plateau. So I was like, well, what could she do to break out of that? And I did give her a few different recommendations, suggestions, and these are things that I'm going to share with you today. If you feel like you are at a plateau or when you get to that, what the hell do you do? First of all, recognize that it's normal. It's totally okay. Maybe you kind of go in and out of this funk of like loving to work out, being excited, and then maybe go into this phase of like not loving working out. It's kind of like a chore. And maybe because you've hit that plateau or like whatever it may be, it's okay. So like first and foremost, just recognizing that. Secondly, you can ask the question of and kind of reflect back. What are the workouts that you've been doing lately? Have you been doing the same lifts, the same exact workouts for more than, like I would say even like more than 8 weeks, like months and months? How long have you been doing these workouts? And did you at one point get stronger? Because you can progress by either going up in weights. So did you go up in weights for those? Or secondly, did you feel stronger but using the same weight? Or were you able to slow down the exercise and control it better? Did your form improve? Like all of those things are good ways of measuring progress and strength and progressing. But maybe you've done all of that and you're at a point now where nothing is changing strength-wise, either with the weights or like in the exercise itself. You can also take a look at the style or like the way of your workouts, your programming. Have you been doing, you know what, I'm just going to give the specific example so that you can hear the example and then apply it. I'll give other examples, but you can apply it to your journey, the way that you are working out currently. So basically reflecting on every aspect of your workouts. Are they full body? Are they split workouts? How many days per week? How long are they? What are their specific exercises? Have you been progressing in any way, in any of the ways that I just mentioned? So here's the example I'm going to give. So she rarely ever does cardio. She usually does 3 sets of 6 different lifts, which are full body. So every workout has been full body. And then sometimes a finisher at the end, which I'm guessing is like kind of like a HIIT style, but I'm not exactly sure. She works out 2 days and then takes 1 day rest. And then she repeats that throughout the week. And then I asked her how long she has been doing this. And she says she had said about 4 or 5 months. So that right there said a lot. The fact that she's been doing this for 4 to 5 months. Normally, I will switch out programming with clients every 6 to 8 weeks, 8 at the most. I'll also note that her rep range was about 8 to 10. 10 was always the max. One of the best things that you can do when you're at this point is to change it up and to do the complete opposite. Now, there are so many ways, so many things that you can do within your workouts. Like there are supersets and giant sets and just working on one specific left and finding your max and doing full body or split workouts, focusing on less reps but more weight, focusing on more reps but less weight. So specifically for her, I suggested changing it completely. So instead of doing full body each day, I suggested more of like a split type. So like a push day, a pull day, a leg day. Or keeping the 3 days full body, but changing up the day of rest. So instead of working out back to back, like Monday, Tuesday, rest Wednesday, and then work out Thursday, maybe trying Monday, Wednesday, Friday, or just making sure to have a rest day in between those days. And then changing up the exercises themselves, maybe the layout of the workout program, and changing up the rep range. I usually like to cycle, so for myself, but also my clients, depending on their goals and everything, I usually like to have like a quote phase or season of doing heavy lifting and doing very low reps and a lot of rest, more rest time. And then eventually moving into like maybe the next phase or season is going to be a mid rep range. So the first one would be anywhere from 3 to 5 reps, doing that for 6 to 8 weeks, maybe doing a few isolated type movements and lifts within that, doing a little bit more reps, and then moving into a phase where the rep range is 6 to 8 or 6 to 10 or 8 to 10, kind of just like in the middle there. And then the next step would be higher reps, so 12 to 15, but lighter weight, and doing that for 6 to 8 weeks. You can also do the reverse of that. Maybe you start with so actually typically when I have someone who, I have a new client, either has some experience in the past or they're super new to working out, I usually will do higher reps and less weight. Like we're focusing on form. Wow. We're focusing on form, on the movement patterns, making sure we have that solid base. We know what we're doing. And then after those 6 to 8 weeks, then adding a little bit of weight, challenging it a little bit more, and usually also keeping kind of the same rep range. But that's just my way of training. In coaching, I like to be able to have my client practice the form by doing more reps. And actually one of my clients now, we just started a few months ago, had her doing body weight, lightweight type stuff, but we're doing like 12 to 15 rep range. And I just switched her workout program. We're implementing a little bit of barbell stuff, so like squat and deadlift. And she noticed the change of pace that we're going, because at first she was like, oh, this is not that it was easy, but she had like kind of looked back and had told me that it wasn't as bad as she expected. She wasn't as sore or as tired, which I was like, perfect. That's what I wanted. I don't want to kill you in the gym right away. But then the next few workouts in this next workout program, she was like, yep, all right, feeling a little bit more. It's a little bit more intense and a little bit more challenging. And so that was like, she noticed that. Another thing that I suggested to this person was 2 different ways. So she could either go into a 3 to 5 rep range and focus on heavy lifting, and then shift into more so that 10, 12 rep range, and then a 12 to 15 rep range, or the reverse of that. So kind of like I just explained, but that's just like the kind of the direction I gave to her. Another thing that you can do to help get yourself out of this plateau along with the workouts is to take a look at your diet, your nutrition. What are some things that maybe you can change, add more of? Are you even eating enough? Are you under eating? Are you under eating protein? That's very important. Take a look at your sleep and stress levels. Those are 2 things that I feel like are so underlooked and not as much taken into account, but it's super important. Stress and sleep will either hold you back from you changing your body or reaching your goals, or it'll be the thing that really drives you forward. And also, I know for myself, when I change up either the way that I eat or within my workouts, like that re-excites me. I know that's not true for everyone, but I get excited about that. And that helps me to break out of like that mental block or mental plateau. And I more so look forward to my workouts, to the food, to my nutrition, kind of gets me back on track. I can set new goals within my workout. So like if I change up the exercises, the rep range, then it's like a restart to increasing my weights, but also noticing my progress through either the strength that I've gained with the same weights or slowing it down or increasing my weight. So a quick recap overview, what to do when you hit a plateau. Reflect on what you've been doing for workouts. Reflect on the way that you've been eating, how much or how little you've been eating and what you've been eating. Reflect on the amount of stress and sleep you've had. And going back to the workout plan, change it up. Change up the rep range, the weights, the specific exercises, and maybe even the whole layout of your program, of your workout program. If you've been doing 10 reps max, I would suggest either going to a lower rep range with higher weight or going to a higher rep range with lower weight. If you've been doing full body workouts, maybe switch to do more of a split type workout. If you've been having no rest days or no off days, consider implementing those. And then change your workout plan every 6 to 8 weeks. I hope this was helpful in helping you to get unstuck and out of a plateau, especially with your workouts, or at least giving you some ideas on things that you can change and implement in your routine. If you have a moment and you have not yet already, I would love if you would leave me a rating and review. It always helps for new eyeballs that are on the show, checking things out, seeing if it's something that they want to listen to, and it gets the show out to more people and to grow. So thank you for being here. I hope you have a great rest of your day, night, week, weekend. Bye for now. Thanks for tuning in to this episode of Flow with the Grow. I'll see you next week for your daily dose of positivity and growth.